Hello and welcome to the first episode of Channel Mama's Boy. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking your time for watching my video. I'm going off script. I don't really know what I'm saying, man. I've been contemplating this show in my head for a while now, and I'm learning that perfectionism will kill you and will stop you from acting on your goals. I'm a filmmaker by nature, by trade, by life purpose. And I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to be perfect. Especially in this world where you got a 4K video on your screen that's seen 24/7, you got high edits, you got this and that. But I was sitting here talking to God, and I'm gonna get into what this show is. It's gonna be like a vlog, a little bit produced, and hopefully as I get more free time, more availability, more of my time back, I'll be able to do some highly produced shows. But this show it's called Former Mama's Boy, first of all. And the reason it's called that is because I'm a former mama's boy. And I wanted to help people who may still be mama's boys. But also just men in general, man. Just a little bit about me. I call myself a former mama's boy because if my mom would have not passed away, I would have been that guy in the basement, that World of War crap dude, fat, eating Cheetos off his man titties, yelling, "Mama, bring me this or bring me that." You know what I'm saying? And it took her death, and it took the redemption that God brings in situations like this to help me grow up and understand what it is to be a man, and particularly be a man in this world, because it's very interesting. It's getting harder by the day. So I wanted to help people who are in my situation, maybe more introverted, maybe never had a father in their life. And I just wanted to help men in general. Now, the perfectionist in me is coming out because there's a lot of traffic here and I'm not sure how the sound is going to sound. But I wanted this to be a vlog, as I've come to find. I just needed it to be raw. Yeah, I'm going to script it. Yeah, I'm going to make sure there's a level of pre-production before I turn on this camera. But at the end of the day, I got to go out and film. Can't let perfectionism of wanting a certain vision stop me from achieving the vision, to starting the vision. So hopefully this audio ain't messed up. I'm gonna trust God and understand that if it is, we'll deal with it. And if it isn't, we'll continue to move on. But I wanted to get back to my point. Former Mama's Boy is a show to help encourage and motivate men, to create a community, and to walk alongside them as I continue to grow as a man. I'm not perfect, not a six-figure earner. I'm not an alpha male. I'm just an average dude who trusts in God, trying to make it. Who probably isn't as worse as he thinks he is, but can always be better. That's what I'll say about myself. So I hope you can come on me with this journey, man. As I talk about male topics, as I talk about the things I'm going through and the things that God is showing me or is showing me. Hope you can join and get something from it and we can build a community. This show has been on my heart a long time. FMB, I'm already trademarking it, copywriting it already. Former Mama's Boy. So I hope in this episode, we find something in it. Because it's not just going to be this. I'm going to continue. This episode probably going to be 5-7 minutes long. But I needed it to be raw. I needed it to be vlog type of videos because I needed it to be able to just pull out my camera and record, and that will help me incentivize me to record more and stop that perfectionism. But back to the main point. Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you put your trust in God every day. And I'll see y'all soon. daily after work walk. Got some walking trails near where I'm at. I'm out here on my daily walk. Like to get out, like to be active, as you should. So I encourage you today, get some movement in you, get some water in you, and get some positivity in you, because those things help a lot. For the first episode, man, I just really wanted to talk about purpose. And I know that's kind of a buzzword in today's society. You hear from the alpha males, you hear from the red pillars, you hear from the guys who do have well-intentioned hearts. But if all these people are saying it, then I assume it means something, man. I believe every man should have a higher purpose, man. And specifically for me, and what I recommend is God, Jesus Christ. But even if you don't believe in a higher deity, we need to be striving for a higher purpose. We need to be striving for an idea that is bigger and better for us. Because without that, you have no motivation. Without that, you have no hope. So I recommend the first thing any man do if he really want to be the man that he can and should be is focus on his purpose. I had to come over here and stop walking. Just wanted to sit down and lock in. If you don't know your purpose, it definitely can be something hard to find, man. And I can't sit here and tell you your purpose. That is for the individual to discover and to find out. So I suggest you do some praying. I suggest you do some thinking, some introspection about your passions, about what you want to do, about what you like to do, and about what you feel like your mission from God is. Again, that's why I think it's so important to believe in a higher deity, because this world didn't just happen on purpose. There's something up there that has a purpose here for us, already baked in for our purpose for ourselves. So if we can align our purpose that the universe, God, whatever has given us with an inward purpose, that's when things start to make more sense to us. And when things start to make more sense to us, we get clarity. And once you have clarity in life, you have a direction you can go. Then you can begin to move. Then you can begin to step. Then you begin to have that discipline that you need to achieve your purpose. It also gives you a sense of hope. In this world, man, there's too many reasons not to be hopeful. And the moment that hope dies is the moment that we fall and we can't get up. It's the moment we fail. So we need to find hope. We need to find a reason. What is your why? That's what people say all the time. What is your why? What is the reason that you get up every morning, you go to your 9-to-5 job that you hate, or you take care of the kids, and even though you love them, it's hurting you? Or you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to get your business handled, because a lot of times we don't want to do it. Life is hard. We just want to chill. I just want to chill. Bro, when I get home from work, I ain't trying to come out here and record nothing. I'm trying to sit home, smoke a bleezy, and just be good. Because I got tomorrow, man. I got all these troubles tomorrow. So just find your purpose. Just find where your heart truly wants to be. That's really all I can say about it, man. Because what hasn't been said about it, bro? What hasn't been said about it, man? I think we as men, especially the mama's boys who know they need to have an evolution within them, we know we need to seek our purpose. We hear it all the time, bro. Men hear it from your wife, your mama, your sister, the world. What are you doing? Why are you useful? And that can weigh a toe. That can be a very big weight on our shoulders as men. But the thing that helps you lift is your purpose, is your why. That's what helps you lift up that weight. Because once you have your purpose and your why, guess what? You know what you're doing. You know what you're supposed to be doing. And at least if I know what direction I want to go in, I can start moving some of these clouds that make things foggy and hazy on where I'm supposed to go. What I'm learning, man, as a man is there ain't nothing that you can't figure out and know, especially in this society. The society of Google, the society of Chat GPT, the society of you have so much information and knowledge at your fingertips. There's no reason why you can't figure something out. Example, my car been going crazy. I love her, but she's temperamental. I've gotten tired of paying mechanics because that can be expensive. So now, man, hey, how do I do this myself? And the first thing that hits me is like, damn, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what direction to go into. What's the first step? And I've just realized once I learn something, you can't take that away from me. So with that mentality, I go in and say, okay, my check engine light is turning on. Let me go figure out what's the code, whether that's AutoZone, O'Reilly's, or you buy your little O2B detector, or whatever the hell that stuff is called. Plug it in, get the Cadillac converter code. My oxygen sensors needs to be changed. Okay, boom, make and model of my car into Google, how to change my O2 sensors. Boom, okay, I know how to do that now because it's a YouTube video. Where can I get O2 sensors? Look it up. There's no excuse or reason why you shouldn't know how to do stuff in this world today. Why you shouldn't be able to at least have a direction or a notion of how to get to your purpose. And that's just doing it by yourself. We're not talking about mentors, friends, diving into the communities that you want to be a part of so that you can learn more about being humble and being a student and a servant first. We ain't even talking about all that stuff. We simply talking about knowing what you want to do in life. What is your purpose? Had to sit down. Like I said, I'm tired. Trying to get this video done. Which brings us to our second point of why I'm trying to get this video done. Second and third point of what I think men need. Especially the former mama's boy. Especially the man that feels like he's weak. Especially the man that feels like all this anxiety and weight of the world is on him and he can't figure out a way out. The second thing you need is discipline, man. And this is one, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm preaching to the choir. When I'm talking to y'all, I'm preaching to the choir. Because I like a lot of discipline in my life. Don't get me wrong, God has brought more discipline into my life. But I lack discipline in ways that I want, and I have discipline in ways that I've needed for years. But if a man doesn't have discipline, he doesn't have direction. If a man doesn't have discipline, he doesn't have a way to get to his purpose, to work towards his purpose, to be in his purpose, to take an active part in his purpose. And discipline comes in many forms, man. But one thing we need more than anything is self-discipline. Being able to master our feelings and emotions and really use our logic despite how we feel. You can't go on how you feel all the time. We live in a society where it's feelings over facts. It seems more and more people are diving more into what they feel and not what is true. And yes, there is a place for feelings. I'm not going to say emotions and feelings don't matter, but discipline is how you carve a life you want. Discipline is how you use those emotions and those feelings to get to your purpose. You use that anger to work out in the gym. You use that sadness from a breakup or a heartbreak to improve your life. You don't fall to it. You don't let it control you. And you wake up every day working towards your purpose, being disciplined, man. That's what a man lacks. That's what a lot of men lack. That's what a lot of society lacks nowadays, is discipline. So I encourage you this week to be more disciplined, to have more reign and control over your emotions, to work for your purpose, to find out your purpose if you don't know your purpose, to create a schedule and to stick to that schedule. It's not about being perfect. That's not how discipline starts. If you just try to, a lot of people can't flip the switch. Some people can flip the switch, and some things in your life you will be able to flip the switch for. But a lot of people can't flip the switch, me and myself included, on some things. But we don't have to. We don't have to be a completely different person tomorrow. So what I suggest in building discipline is to start forming itty bitty habits. Example, I remember one day I was in the shower. I got out my shower, walked into my living room, and I was looking around and I was like, Robert, no wonder you're single. No girls gonna wanna be in this dirty ass house. And I had to sit down and think to myself, like, dang, how do I change this behavior? And what I realized, it was little things over long periods of time that helped me build this discipline. So for instance, before I'm leaving to work, I'll tidy up. When I put a dish in the sink, I'll make sure that it's not there before I go to bed. I didn't do this all at once. I started with one. Once I started building that muscle with that, I moved on to the other. Same thing. It's crazy how working out is such a physical representation of what it is to build these spiritual things. It's about repetition. It's about putting on the weight. It's about the friction. It's about overloading the weight so that you can become stronger. Because once you handle one thing long enough, you've been used to it. You need to handle more in order to get stronger. And that's for things of the body, that's for things of the spirit, things of the mind, things of the emotions, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I suggest when building discipline, is one step at a time, just like everything else. Focus on one way you want to get better in life and do that. So if you want to be a person who wakes up early in the morning, only focus on that. Set your alarm to 5 o'clock. And when you get up, you get up. If you want to be a person that's cleanlier, because I know as former mama's boys, bro, we can be some disgusting creatures. If you want a clean house or a clean area, little by little, pick up more. Make sure there's nothing left before you go to sleep. Be proactive in your discipline. And don't complain. I'm not saying that you can't realize that this sucks or yada, 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 but you got to want this change. You got to want the discipline. You can't say you want it and then be mad that you're doing it, because this is going to stop you from doing it. I ramble a lot, guys. Like I said, these videos are just my thoughts because I just had to start making this series. So I hope you find something in them. And I hope it's helping you, man. I encourage y'all in the comments below, put how you're going to be disciplined this week. The third thing that every man needs is community. And this one's going to be short and sweet. Maybe not, because we like to talk. But you need a group of men that you can rally around. You need a group of men that can speak life into your life. And you need a group of men to hold you accountable. And the reason you need these men is because as men, we like to isolate. As men, we like to be alone. As men, we don't like to share our emotions, and we need to stop that, bro. That's not just for women, especially with us. Because in a certain sense, we are built for that. We are built to take that toil and to hold that emotional weight, because being a leader, sometimes you have to be cutthroat. Being a leader, you can't rely on emotions and feelings. But that doesn't mean, like I said before, that they don't matter. So you need a community, man. And I'm getting tired of being on the internet and hearing about men don't have friends, men are lonely, there's a male loneliness epidemic, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here like, bro, I have like 12 guys I can go to and we friends. And out of those 12 guys, I got like 4 or 5 that really know me. I don't feel lonely in that aspect relationally. And it helps me to be more accountable. It helps me to grow, because I'm seeing how life can be lived as a man in different spaces. And I'm seeing the things that I have and the things that I lack. And a lot of us don't have community. I think that's just a notion of today's world, that men are lonely, that men don't like to reach out. And it's not even men, bro. It seems like this world more and more wants to isolate us. It seems like this world more and more
wants to get you away from your purpose and get you away from living a healthy life. And part of a healthy life, whether you're a man or you're a woman, is good community. So I want y'all to be friends or get friends, become social. Trust me, I'm a huge introvert, so I know I've had to learn how to develop social skills because I will be that guy in the back of the room not talking to anybody. I'm not mad, I'm just here. I'll be the guy who's ready to leave the moment that he gets to a place. But the mission and your purpose that God has for you, we can't be stuck in that closet, bro. We can't be put by ourselves. We can't isolate for too long. And there's a difference between isolation and solitude. There definitely is. I'm talking about isolation. We have to go out into the world and we have to make a way for us, for our families, for our future families, for our legacy, for our purpose. That's why it's so crucial to have a purpose, because not even have a purpose, all three of these things align. Purpose, discipline, and community, man. You get those three things as a man, you will have a good starting line. Guaranteed. You got your purpose, so you know what your vision is. You have your discipline to help you get to your vision, and then you have your community to hold you up when you fall, to support you through that discipline, to support you through that journey to your purpose. So if you don't have friends, I hope you have friends. I really do. I suggest you get some, and that sounds kind of harsh. I know it does, man, but the best thing I say, do some activities, get on these group me's and what's that, Everbite, whatever that ticketing service is called. Start looking up free social events. Show up and just talk to one person. One thing I like to do, I'll give y'all a pro tip of something that's helped me. People love to talk about themselves. And when you get a person talking about themselves, it's so much easier to hold a conversation because I don't have to talk. And then I can expound, they say something and I can ask a question about what they ask. But the way I get that, man, a great question to ask people is, what is three good things about your day? I've asked that question to so many people, and I've got so many times where people are just like, wow, that's such a good question. The reason it's a good question, one, is because it forces you to focus on the good of your day. And then it also has you explain the good of your day. So not just being like, oh, this happened. Oh, this happened and it made me feel this way. And that's where you come in the conversation. Because once somebody starts talking about themselves, they start yapping. Oh, I had waffles this morning. Oh, what kind of waffles? Oh, chocolate chip. Oh, man, I love chocolate chip waffles. Have you ever had blueberry waffles? It's that easy, man. So I implore you, trying to use new words in my vocabulary, implore. I implore you to go to an event this week, walk up to one person, get their name, ask them that question. They're most likely going to ask you, what are three good things about your day? And have that conversation. You don't even have to continue it. Once you've asked and they've told you, and once you've told them, say it was nice to meet you, and you can go. So I encourage everybody to do that. It's getting a little late. Your boy tired. I told myself I'd be disciplined and come record this video and just say my thoughts. I hope you find something in them, because I can ramble. I just mainly have bullet points. I don't have no script. Cause sitting here trying to write down my thoughts, I get anxiety and I don't end up writing. So I just got to come out here and talk. Hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all found something again in what I said. And I hope that y'all take encouragement and power that you are going to make it. That even though you might feel weak, even though you might not feel like a man, even though you might feel like you don't know what's going on, that God has your back. And God has a purpose for you. And it's a good one. It fits into his plan. Down below, I'm going to leave some books that have really helped me. Probably link some channels that I like to watch that are around the same topics. Probably some guys who a little bit further in their career than I am on this YouTube game and can speak a little bit more articulately. Is that the word? But hey, man, this is former mama's boy. 3 things every man needs, man. Hope you have a great day.